What's happening, guys? Hope everyone's doing okay. Well, I'm doing a little video here on the moon again because there's a lot of people attacking the truth. The truth is getting properly dampened by a load of idiots. Who really, to me, I just think they're not observing the moon, or if they are, they are definitely being paid to lie or whatever. But anyway, as you see here, this is you got a note. Look, let's have a look at this first. Look, why does the loop? This is a northern and a southern. That's a northern hemisphere moon. That's the southern, as we're on a globe. Okay. This here to show you what the moon looks like on the equator. Okay, and in the northern hemisphere, waxing and waning, and the south pole and the southern hemisphere. Okay. Right. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look at what Lee says. Scientific Lee. Narcissism, lies, pagan worship from the catfisher. Pagan worshipper. How can worshipping all of creation, the father of creation, Mother Earth, and each other, how can you be a pagan worshipper? How is that bad? Anyway, let's go through this. Listen to this. This is Eric Briggs Catfish talking about liberation of the moon. As you know, as you'll see,
you see the handle move about 7 degrees.
A lot of you might watch this.
Which has nothing to do with how far away the moon is.
The west. See how that did that? See that? Just a little bit. Watch. That's what your moon's supposed to do in the sky.
Just as you turn the camera left and right, you know?
From whatever.
He doesn't care how far away you are from it. Do you see how he's just, I'm going to dismiss all the real evidence of perspective and distance that you can't see around a massive object when it's 340-odd thousand kilometers away. You can't just lean over and have a look at the other side. You can't. It's impossible.
This, in perspective, is about as big as the moon.
Oh, God, no, it's not. That's taking up over half the screen. When we look up in the sky, it's a little white, round thing, like it's small.
I realize it.
Doesn't matter.
Well, actually, it's roughly about 5 foot from where I was. And I am about 2 foot above it, which puts me above the ecliptic, which is exactly the position that we're in when we're doing the east to west rotation.
So basically, he's showing you what the Earth would look like from the moon. But it doesn't get that.
The moon doesn't move on a stick. Okay.
No, it moves in an elliptical orbit, like it's on a stick, like it's on a piece of string. So for him to just go, oh, look, piece of stick, it's just embarrassingly stupid.
Like, so if you basically saying, if you stand there, like Eric's doing there, if you stand there with a stick and you look at the stick and go from east to west, you'll see a little how the moon to roll a little bit. Like we have got a little bit of a roll. Well, I've done a little stick test, but let's have a look. Here we go. Check this out. Right, we're going to look at this stick. This is a brush.
This is brush.
Let's say we're right. If we was on the equator, we'd have a smiling moon, yeah? Say it was like waxing, we'd have a smiling moon. Well, if I was in the northern hemisphere, we'd have it like that, wouldn't we, if it was waxing, yeah? Right, so let's say we're in the southern we're by the equator, because obviously the brush is how it is. So let's say that's a smiling moon, because if you know your moon phases, you'll know this is what it looked like on the equator. And if it was just a ball on top of that stick, say I just stuck a moon on it and it was waning, say, yeah? Let's have a quick look at what NASA say, 2021, moon phases. Right, 2021, watch the moon rotate around the Earth. Look at where the Tycho crater is. Right, let's have a look. Remember, this whole video is a month. So, watch the Earth. Watch it spin. So this would be a 24-hour. Right? So you'll see in 24 hours that shadow You wouldn't notice it in the night, would you, coming across? And you certainly aren't seeing the Tycho crater move. But over a month, watch. So that'd be another day, wouldn't it? Like nearly there, another spin of the Earth. So he's a bit more shadow. Tycho crater, still sort of in the same place, isn't it? Let's go over a month. Watch the Tycho crater. And what's that dot? This is a month. A whole month.
I got the sun in my pocket and the moon above my head.
On a stick. See that over a month? Right, guys. Let's go back to this. Oh, this is quite funny because a woman caught me doing it and then she asked me what I was doing, but it's pretty cool because she's very open-minded and she took a couple of channels off me to look at. So you might have a new sub, Catfish. And your moon would look like that in the north. It tilts over the possessions of the equinox. You get a tilt. The Earth wobbles a little bit over the year and over a month, which I'll show you. Right, let's say this is the stick tard test. Right, say this is the moon rising. Okay. Okay. Right, you see that? Now I'm going to show you my moon in the north, and I'll show you how it is for a few hours apart, 6 hours apart. Actually, it's a bit more than 6 hours. It's doing that. So I'd have... Okay, it's doing that. Right, what I've just shown you. The moon pictures I have. Here we go. This was taken, it was more than 6 hours, I think. Yeah, it was, because it was probably about, this is probably nearly 12 hours. Right. Note, I took this about 9 o'clock in the evening. Note where the Tycho crater is. Note the Terminator line. That is the Terminator line. That's terminating the shadow. The moon's terminate. It's the Terminator line. Tycho crater probably should be around about here somewhere. But when I woke up in the morning and took a video actually of the moon, note where the Tycho crater is now. Let me zoom in on it a minute. Get you zoomed in. This is me in the UK. I've not moved anywhere around the earth. I've not gone around the globe a little bit for it to look different. I've just woke up in the morning, gone out the back. Instead of looking at the front, I've gone out the back, just turned my head around, and the Tycho crater's up here. And look at where the Terminator line is. So that has rolled quite a lot. Yeah. You see why people say it's cartwheeling, because it will keep going as well. I mean, if I could keep filming it, it's going to keep rolling. You know, moon phase over a day. Look, 24 hours. Watch. Look at the moon. Look at the Earth spinning. How many rotations? So one rotation of that Earth is the shadow. Do you see that? Do you see the whole thing rolling? You really don't. So Lee, you're really discrediting the truth here, mate. This is probably your best motion of everything. A field defined will help you read energy, and it will help you read them glyphs, them stellar glyphs. We're all looking at this one here. Motion of everything, field divine. This guy is gone off the rails, a bit like AJ and his other clan. What they're doing to discredit the truth. Someone's obviously paying them all they're being controlled. But this is Lee. You have lost your mind, brother. You've lost your mind. All right, because the way I look at it, you're being paid or something to discredit the truth. End of. I mean, AJ's trying to discredit this picture here. Hang on. Excuse me. It's here somewhere. Here it is. Right. This one here. That's the Grumpy Moose camera. Yeah. How do I zoom in on it? I don't know how to zoom in. So anyway, this here is a Grumpy Moose camera. It picks up auroras, because if you look at the Grumpy Moose, it picks up auroras. Yeah. See, that's what it's got. Right, look. Right, Grumpy Moose. Right, what it has on the Grumpy Moose camera is this. A Davis Vantage Pro 2 Pro UV sensor. Picks up auroras. Look. It does what it says. Picks up a UV sensor. Right. Davis weather stations. That's what it's got on there. So it picks up auroras. And if you look, excuse me, my brush, look, that's not a lens flare. It's not a lens flare. It's picking up an aurora. So, AJ, you've lost the fight there. You've been caught out. Pollyanna, bless her, and Homebrewed have caught you out, mate. Caught you out chatting shit. And this as well, look, we've got Schumann Resonance. I'll just show you this quickly. This is Mr. MB33. Big channel. 40,000 views on that. You know, nearly 500,000 subs now.
But first, here at the website, taking a quick look at the Schumann Resonance. All in all, pretty quiet, but we're starting to see an uptick in activity as there's been a spike within the last hour. Not too big, but nevertheless, it's one of the biggest ones we've seen in a while. It is not the result of any high-speed solar wind, Earth-facing coronal holes, or solar flares. So right now, the source of that energy over here at the Schumann Resonance is of unknown origins. Right now, anything related to high-speed solar wind streams or coronal holes, all that activity is pretty quiet.
Don't know what's causing it. It's not solar winds. Hey, maybe it's something behind. If you look at this chart. What's closing these field lines, guys? Look at this front side activity there, the IMF lines, not connected to Earth. Look at this. We all know what closes our field lines, don't we? Mr. MB33. That's a magnet, that's a magnet. It's two opposing magnets. The only way Earth will close her field lines. See? See how they're open now? But they'd flow back for the solar wind. But you bring a magnet up on it, she'll close up. So we know we've got lots of activity behind. She's inducing heat through the bow shock as she's compressing, the magnet's compressing. So you've got Mr. MB33, he'll tell you the Schumann's spiking, but he won't, you know it is. Look, we've got a massive spike there. And it's gone a bit quiet on the, you know, on the hertz, but we've got amplitudes of big swelch there. Look at this. You know, it's high energy spike there. So he's, you know, and you got this behind. You know, this has been very prominent now. This closed field lines. I've been watching this for a while. We're seeing a lot of different activity where it's coming in closer, and it's changing. It's changing. It is changing. I'm watching it. We all know what does, you know, I've shown you what makes a magnet close its field lines. Look at that, a connection there. You know, look at that big body there. You've got something coming in on the front. Something dancing around on the magnetopoles on the bow shock there. But anyway, guys, I thought I'd show you that because hit me with that broom. This is scientifically, you're obviously not looking at your moon and doing your research, or you're paid to tell bullshit, because this is from the UK. Alright? Our moon is appearing to roll, which is the Earth is rolling. Okay, guys? Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. and you all have a blessed day. Okay, I just thought I'd show you that because Catfish is getting, I know he can handle himself, but what's going on here is just totally discrediting the truth, and God knows what is up with that slime ball, AJ. I've seen enough now, AJ, of your comments, and yeah, I've seen enough. You're childish. You come into my Facebook page and you put childish shit down when I'm, putting the truth up, and you've got no proof. You've come with no proof. You've not even looked at them Grumpy Moose cameras, and you think that's a lens flare. You are good at some of your work, AJ. I'm not saying you're not, but mate, Eric knows his shit, and if you look into electromagnetism and look into this, you'll see UV spectrum. That is what's on that Grumpy Moose camera. You've even got, I've not got the picture up at the moment, but the picture of the Ras magnetosphere. If you watch Eric, he will prove it. Anyway, guys, one love, yeah. Keep safe, and let's hope we need to all come together. This is silly. This is really silly, but we're a truth community, and we should be coming together, not squabbling. Everyone's got their little opinions, but people get stuck on what they know and like, and what they won't look no further. So obviously, people they don't look any further than what they're looking. They get stuck. But yeah, check out the Catfish. Check him out. Check out Homebrewed. I mean, I'll leave a link at the bottom. I met a woman today, an older woman. She said to me, something's definitely not right, and she's starting to seek the truth. I've put her onto a few links. Put her onto Catfish and what we've discovered about the moon. So she's going to go off and she's going to go and observe the moon. She's adamant that she wants to know what I was doing up there with a stick, and she's going to observe the moon. So, and she won't find a NASA link where it says that moon rolls around with the Terminator line from rise to set. Ain't happening. It is now, because Earth's rolling. Alright guys, have a blessed day, yeah. Keep safe, and remember, no flu shot. Don't take it, yeah? Don't take it. It's going to cause the second wave, I reckon. The next wave, this is not, I don't think this is a pandemic. This is us creating a pandemic, or them creating a pandemic. It's just no worse than the flu. It's like a bad strain of the flu. I think if you keep all taking your shots, that will cause the pandemic. But that's just my opinion, because we're at that time where it's going to go a bit crazy, and they're doing it anyway. Anyway guys, one love. Alright, God bless. Toodaloo.